feeling. He knows what you're thinking. He knows when you're not really speaking the truth. I'm talking obviously when you're younger. He knows. So you learn very early on that you're not going to do that because you can't.
Right.
He knows it all.
Yes.
He's laughing as he's showing me this. He's laughing.
Aw,
He's just having so much fun
I
with
miss
this.
his laugh.
Oh, it's a nice laugh, and talk about such a positive energy. And okay, he's talking about
Ask him where the title is to the house. You can't
the
find
title.
it.
Can't find the title to the house.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm seeing. Okay, what I'm seeing is like a safety deposit box.
Okay.
Okay, do you know if he has one?
We did check it out, but there was nothing inside of it.
I'm seeing a safety deposit box. So if it,
Okay.
I don't know if he has one someplace else. No, it's in a box. It's definitely in a box. It's in a
Okay.
metal box, and it looks like a
Okay.
safe deposit box, like you get at the
Okay.
bank or wherever they are. I don't know, but
Okay.
it's in some kind of a metal box.
Okay.
He says not to worry about it. You'll find it.
Okay.
He says not to worry. You'll find it. So I hope you do,
Oh
because
yeah,
that's what
we've
I feel
been
like.
looking and we can't find it, but I'm so happy to hear from him.
Yes, and he does send you so much love. Let me tell you, so much love and so much guidance. And he
Aw.
wants me to make sure before I let you go how happy he is for two things. One, to have connected with you, and two, also that he's in a really good place right now. And he is reconnected with his other family, his parents. He's
Oh, okay,
reconnected with
good.
them as well. So he's very happy. So he does want to
Aw.
mention that. He does tell me he'll be talking to you again. So,
Oh, good. I'm so happy.
oh, that's so wonderful. What a lovely man. Well, thank
Yeah.
you, Summer. That was so
Oh,
nice talking to you and your father.
I know.
Yeah, listen
Tell
to the
him we miss
recording again when
him.
it comes out because you might hear more because I did talk very fast.
I know. I know. I know.
Okay. Well, thank you
Well,
so
thank you
much for
so
calling.
much.
You are
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Say hello to
All
your
right.
mom.
Okay. All right. I will.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
And that
Bye-bye.
was Emma from Rhode Island. I just love when we have such a beautiful spirit come in like her father. What an awesome man. What I could just feel that love coming through. I wish you all could feel what I feel. And we're going to move on to Judy from Limestone, New York. Hi, Judy. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Is that near Rochester or Geneseo area?
No, probably about 3 hours away from it.
Okay, because I'm just trying to picture where that is. I know I've driven through it, so I'm trying to figure out where I am, but that's okay. I won't worry. So, how can I
Yeah, in
help you
between.
tonight?
Um, Wondering if there's any messages for me and how my health is going to go and stuff like that.
Okay. I've got a woman who's stepping in close to you right now. And as she's coming in, I'm feeling stuff in my jaw area. Okay. And when I get something in the jaw area, that can mean all sorts of things dentures, teeth issues, TMJ, even. Actually, I'm wondering about that because there's a tenseness, and I'm not sure that's a word, in my jaw that's coming through. I feel like I'm gritting my teeth. Along with that, though, comes a little bit of gritting my teeth, feeling like I'm not saying what I need to be saying, that I'm
Oh,
kind of stuck in there. She seems a little critical. Do you know who that might be?
no,
Good,
not unless it's
because you
my
don't want her
mother
related to
or
you, I don't think. I
mother-in-law.
don't know. But it's interesting because she comes through and I've got a lot of that grit in my teeth and like a tension. And there's a bit of, what do I want to call this? This. I don't know if you're watching. I'm hitting my hand on the other one, like, get to it. You got to do this. You got to do this right now. You got to do that. There's a sense of urgency with her. That's interesting. Since you mentioned health, let's see where she's heading with this. We won't worry about who she is now. Maybe it'll come to you later. But just
Okay.
remember what I've said, and it may make more sense. She reminds me of the strict aunt or a strict mother, somebody who's going to tell people what to do and expect you to hop to it at that very second.
Yeah.
And do not wait that second. Wow, she has a strong one too, let me tell you. Now, I know you mentioned your health, and I do feel that's part of the reason why she's coming in, because I feel, okay. Okay, we're not really sure who this person is, but I'm wondering if she's a bit of a hypochondriac. Has it become even more clear who we might be?
It might be my mom.
Okay. Was she a bit of a hypochondriac?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because, okay, let me tell you why I'm saying this. I only have a few minutes left, but let me tell you why. I felt this sensation of her wanting you to go and check something out right away. But underneath it, I felt there's nothing really bothering me. I wasn't feeling anything that seemed to warrant that urgency. So if you do have something going on, I'm not feeling the urgency that she was trying to get through. And there was a bit of that hypochondriac feel, like, well, it might be this, which might lead to this and this and this and this. So some of that worrying stage. Do you have
Uh-huh.
something you're specifically concerned about health wise, or are you just general
Yeah.
question? You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is, and I'm talking so fast to you as well, there is this feeling of her pushing for the doctor. Okay. I'm psychically touching in and I'm not feeling that urgency. Okay. So you do what you want to do with that. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like things are stable for you right now. Okay. I'm not
Okay, good.
feeling anything huge happening. I'm feeling like things are good. She's telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, oh, this is good. She must be fun. She's telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're just going to go with her message, which is go to the doctor and make sure you've checked it all the way out. I'm
Okay.
seeing, I, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be an alarmist, but if that's how she is, there you go. We'll have to see. Okay, I only have like a few seconds left to talk to you. Uh, I do see, and I'm looking at like some kind of a MRI or X-ray or CAT scan or something like this. I don't know my medical terms. So one of those where we're looking at something. I don't know if you have to do that or if that's something you regularly do or not, but there is a mention of that. Now remember, this is coming from your mom who has just a tad bit of hypochondriacness. I'm sure there's a better word
Okay.
for that. Just a tad, and seems to be a little bit of a telling you what to do kind of person. Um, okay. Well, that was very interesting. That was very interesting. So good luck with that. Check into that and just see what shows up. And I'll have to let you go, Judy, but it was so nice talking to you. I still feel
Okay.
like it's all good. I don't feel like you need to worry, okay? I just don't feel it. So I'll leave you with that. So thank you, Judy. It was nice talking
All
to
right.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now that's interesting to have a spirit telling me I'm wrong. And the spirit could very well be right. Maybe I am wrong. So we touch in with the spirit and we touch in psychically and we see what happens. So hopefully Judy will go and check into that and find out. So I do want to thank you for watching and listening today. I'm Colleen Van Der Zijden, and this was called Creating an Inspired Life. This week, if you're having some issues, just spend a little time writing. Listen to the show again to see what I talked about if you need more specifics. And I will connect with you next week. You want to connect with me at psychicmediumcolleen.com or on Facebook, Colleen Van Der Zijden, Medium and Self-Empowerment Coach. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now back to A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio now on Moonstruck TV. Enlightening television.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday evening. I'm coming to you from Cincinnati, Ohio, in the great OUSA. And I am so happy to be here with you this evening. And I'm glad that you're joining me because I have a lot of really great things to talk about that I think will really answer some questions for some of you. And then we are also going to take a couple of callers and see what Spirit has to say for everyone today. So if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Angel. I am a psychic medium and an intuitive channel. And just to fill you in a little bit about myself real quick before we get going, that means that I can connect with your loved ones that have crossed over. But I also specialize in connecting with your spirit guides. This would be loved ones that have passed over that have chosen to guide you. It could be your guardian angels. It could be a lot of different types of beings. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Starting at the basics, what are spirits? But just so you know how I work, in case you call in today or any other day, I actually am clairvoyant, which means that spirit can put images in my head. So I can actually see whatever they want me to see. It can show me an image of something that they experienced, a memory that they have with the loved one, or they could show me what they look like or their child looked like at a certain point in time. But then I can also hear them, what is clairaudience. I can hear them as a voice in my head. So I receive messages from them through words, sentences, but sometimes it's broken because it takes a lot of energy and learning on Spirit's behalf to know how to communicate with us. So sometimes it comes through very broken. Sometimes they're very good at it. It just depends on how much they've connected with a medium, anyone since they crossed over. But I can also receive spirit feelings and emotions because I'm empathic. And I also have the gift of clairsentience. So they can show me what they're feeling, what they're experiencing, what they experienced in the past, and they can help me tune into a memory that they are trying to share with a loved one in whatever message they're trying to get through. So if you ever do call to connect with me, this is how your spirits connect through me. And then I give you the message. If it makes perfect sense, I give it to you as I am able to interpret it. If it doesn't make perfect sense, that's okay. I give you what they give me. And then it's up to you to tell me what it means to you, because it should make some form of sense to you. If we don't get it on the first try, we keep going until we get it. But that's why I feel guided to start at the basics. Some of you already are going to know some of this information, and that's okay. It can be a little reminder for you, and you might actually learn something that you didn't know. But for a lot of us, we just have no idea how this works and what our spirit guides are. So before I take my first caller today, I just wanted to share with you all about the amazing support that you have behind the scenes that you don't even realize. Well, a lot of people don't even realize. And before I realized my abilities, I didn't know any of this stuff. So I feel it's really important to share this with as many people as possible, because life can feel really lonely at times, and we can have some really dark times that we go through, and we can be surrounded by dozens of people in our home, at work, out in public, and still feel completely lonely. And I want you to know that you are never, ever alone. Every single one of us has a cheer squad, I like to call them. Our spirit team. There's lots of names that you could give them, but I just think it sounds so cool to know that we have somebody cheering on the other side for us at all times. So I like to call them my spirit team or our cheer squad. And basically what this means is that you have more than one being in another dimension. You can call it heaven. That's perfectly appropriate. Or you can just call it a higher dimension, where they are supporting you, guiding you, and loving you. And basically how this works is, prior to you being born into this lifetime, your soul actually had a discussion with God and multiple beings on the other side as to who you wanted to guide you in this lifetime, who you wanted to be that support team. You could have chosen a loved one that you already knew in a past life. You could have chosen a friend, family member. It could be anybody. It could be an actual angel. God gives us and assigns multiple angels to us. And it can be other types of beings that, believe it or not, just a couple of years ago, I didn't even know if I believed in them or not. Things like elemental type beings, things that we think are just myth or legend that actually do exist. They just exist in another dimension and we don't see them. And these stories that we've heard about them actually are true, because we remember bits and pieces of these things on a soul level. And as children, we remember them. But as we grow older and more discerning, we tend to kind of rationalize them away. Things like tree spirits, elemental beings of the sorts of fairies, unicorns, dragons. And I know it sounds way far-fetched, but I'm here to tell you I've connected with them, and it's not just me. Many, many other mediums are. So if we're all saying it there gives some credibility to it. But they are out there and they're there supporting you. They're there to help you in different ways. We just can't see them. But a lot of them are just angels in other forms. That's what fairies are. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them look just like humans, like you and I. And they're just angels of nature and angels of different types of things that they have assigned to them to protect and guide. And sometimes that's a human, depending on what your purpose is in life and what your interests are. So all of us have one main spirit guide that is with us from beginning to end in this lifetime. Sometimes we have more. Some people have 2 or 3 main guides, but you at least have one main guide, and you have at least one main guardian angel given to you by God. This is an angel that has never been a human before. They've always been angelic in nature, and they've always been there to support you and guide you and protect you, keep you safe. Now, your other guides, your spirit guides, many of them are human, and they know what being a human is. So they have the human perspective of what we're going through. So that's really helpful because they understand everything that we're experiencing, feeling, and going through, where the other beings may not. So it brings a team of different types of beings together to connect and work behind the scenes to strictly do nothing else but guide, support, and love us along our path. Many of them stay with us from beginning to end. Some of them come and go throughout our lifetime based on what we need at that point. Some of them bring us messages and help us to learn a specific lesson. Others are just there for support at different times, and then they move on to the next person that needs help. But you always have at least 2 spirit guides in your corner at all times, and you're never alone. So with that said, I also want you to understand that death, as we perceive it, is not real. The only thing that dies when we die is our physical body. We are a soul. This body is strictly a tool. This is strictly a vessel for our soul that protects us and enables us to have a human experience. When we pass away, the physical body goes because we no longer need it in our journey. And then we just move on to a different part of our life and our journey. And we have a new type of life in a higher dimension, at which time then we can still be there for our loved ones. And it's really beautiful because when we pass over, our guides and our other loved ones that have passed prior to us are there waiting for us to help us cross over. And then we start a whole new chapter in our life. And so I think it's really important for us to understand that when we lose a loved one, the grief and the hardship and the pain really is just because we're missing them and we don't understand that they're not really gone. They're still here with us. They're just in spirit. And that means that we just have to learn to adapt our perception of what our relationship is with them. Many of them stay right with us all the time, especially the ones that loved us the most. And they're still there helping us and loving us and supporting us and guiding us without us even knowing it. And as long as we can realize that and recognize that we can talk to them just like they're in the room, because they are, and that if you start to really try, you can sometimes tune into and feel their energy and realize they're there, it really helps comfort that grief and help you heal better and faster. And by knowing these things, it can actually change your perception of what death really is and help you to create a new type of temporary relationship with that loved one where you just don't see them and deal with the physical body, but they're still there. And as soon as you get that in place and have that relationship, you realize you can still share everything, every experience, and every thought with them, just as if they were there with the physical body. Then when it's your time to pass on, you're reunited and you have that physical connection again, even though you still only have energy bodies at that time. Now you can connect telepathically and in amazing ways that you never thought possible. So I just wanted to share that with you so that you can understand when I'm doing these readings, or if you're grieving over a loved one, that this is how it works. It's only each section of life is only temporary and moves on then to a brand new section of the journey. And if you think of it that way, you really never feel like you really lost that loved one because they're always there with you. And this includes our spirit guides. So I hope that clears it up for you a little bit. Please don't hesitate to give us a call. Sign up for a reading because I'd love to talk to you personally and tell you more about your own loved ones and your guides. My favorite thing to do is to connect with spirit guides and tell you what they want you to know and answer any questions. So I think with that said that I'd like to go ahead and take a first call, and I'd like to see what spirit has for, let's see, we have Harriet in Houstontown, Pennsylvania. So let's see what Spirit has for Harriet. Are you with me, Harriet?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. And I can comprehend everything you said.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That's awesome. What can I do for you today? Do you have someone you'd like to connect?
Okay, there's a couple questions I have. Is there any messages from the other side that you may have that have come across for me?
Sure, let me see here. I do feel a couple of energies with you. I'm seeing a male figure, a little bit older, not a lot older, but late middle ages. I'm horrible at ages, and I apologize, but if I had to see guess this man's age, I would say 60s, mid 60s. He feels like he has lighter color hair, graying hair, but he still has hair. He's a nice looking gentleman. He's average build and stature, and he feels like a fatherly or uncle type energy. You know who this might be?
It could be close, either my father or my uncle, either or close to.
Okay. I'm feeling.
Do you have a name?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm glad we mentioned this because the one thing I struggle with, I get energy, I get lots of great answers, but the one thing I struggle with is names sometimes. Sometimes they're off a little bit, sometimes I can't get the names quite right. I don't know why. But I do feel like this is a father energy. He is definitely coming through as paternal, and he is telling me, wait a minute, I'm asking, give me just a moment and I'll confirm this for you. Okay. Actually, he's saying that you have multiple males here, but this is your father, and he's telling me you have a great-grandfather with him at the moment, and an uncle, and I'm not sure if the uncle is his brother, but he's telling me there's a brother of some relation there. But his message, I'm tuning into what he's saying here. He's telling me that he's actually really excited for you because he's telling me that there's some new direction in your life, either right now or coming up very soon. He's telling me that some big things are going to be happening for you and that these things are going to take you in a new direction that's going to be a positive direction for you. He's telling me that certain areas of your life, you may have been feeling kind of stagnant and stuck in the past, and some of those things are really going to start moving for you now. Have you been considering a move, actual physical move, like moving from your house, an actual location to a new place?
I just sold a home.
You just built a home, because I'm seeing a new
Yeah,
home.
and I'm actually adding to it.
Okay. All right. He's telling me this is a great move for you, that this move is helping to open up energies that have been stagnant for a while now. And that this move is going to give you, he said, I feel like it's giving you some headache and some frustration,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's really going to be a big game changer in the long run for you.
Okay.
Because he's saying that this is clearing the pathway for new things to come into your life. And it's going to not just open a new door to this home, but actually new doors to other opportunities as well, because it's bringing in positive energy into your life now to get things moving again.
Okay.
He really likes this new house for you. And
That's good.
and he's telling me, I'm not sure which relationship he's referring to, but he's also saying that there's even going to be some positive changes in a relationship that you've had some issues with, concerns with. I feel like this relationship is with a male. I don't know if it's romantic or not. I just know it feels like a male energy where there's been concern with and some issues. And he's telling me that even that is going to start being more positive here in the near future, and that things are going to improve. So I'm not sure what that means for you personally.
I do.
But he's telling me that these areas are, he just feels like everything is really going to start to improve here. And he's saying, now, not without some speed bumps. So don't be discouraged when you still feel like some things pop up that are a little inconvenient or frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just very excited for you because he feels like things are going to start moving in better relationship-wise and home life. So
Okay.
he's also telling me that he's referencing my talk about the spirit guide. He's saying, Angel, she has no idea. She's at any given time, she's got at least 7 guides with her, guiding her and protecting her. And he's saying that while you have quite a bit of faith at times about how things can play out, he said, I want her to know that they're here and that I'm working with them, because she needs to let us help. She needs to trust that we have her back and that we are there and we are working on things. Sorry, whenever I pause like that, it's because they're speaking, so I stop to listen. He's funny. He's actually funny because he's like, please tell her, just let her know that they're there and tell her to let us do our job, that we want to be there to help her and assist her, and that she doesn't need to try and control all these situations, that she can actually ask us for assistance and we will be there to help her too. Your dad said that he and your loved ones are not technically your spirit guides, but they're working with your spirit guides. Does that make sense? Okay, Harriet's gone. All righty. Well, then I'd like to go ahead and see who else we can bring through. Do we have a second caller? And Harriet, if you would like to connect with me, you can come to my website, thevibechannel.com, and message me, and I can finish any answers that you had about the reading. So now we have Brittany in Huffman, Texas, in the USA. Brittany, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, Brittany. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Do you have any questions for me this evening, Brittany?
No, just anything you can pick up would be great.
Okay. Would you like to see what guides you have with you right now?
Sure.
Okay, great. Let me see here. Okay. You have an angel with you. She's not a guardian angel, but she is an angel acting as a spirit guide. Her name is Amanda. She's appearing to me with shoulder length, wavy, it looks like strawberry blonde hair, beautiful young angel. And she's telling me she helps with your relationships and your love life. So anytime that you have questions or concerns about those areas of your life, you are welcome to call upon her personally, and she's there to assist you. And there's also a male. Let me see how many you have total. I'm being told you have 15 guides with you at your current time. Now, that can be fewer at any given time, and it can be more based on what you're going through at that time in your life. Also, your life purpose. If you tend to have a big life purpose that's